Suplifters. Today I want to talk about some technicalities, some new exercises that I've employed as you saw in the last video and as you will see in today's video. So first of all, I want to talk about Lu raises named after the Chinese Olympic weightlifter Lu Xiaojun, which are basically named after him because he uses them as a way to basically build up both his shoulders and his traps. He of course is a legend in the weightlifting sport, so you should go check out some of his lift. You can just Google Lu weightlifting and you will see what a freak this guy is. And if you look for Lu raises, you will see what exercise I'm talking about. He usually does them with the plates. However, I didn't really feel like starting with 5 kilograms yesterday, so I did them with 4. And they felt extremely good. And today I really felt my traps pretty sore, and as well as my shoulders. I felt my shoulders actually sore, which almost never happens. And I really check out that exercise. If you want another variation which doesn't require a cable machine for your shoulders, check out the Lu raises. They are an amazing exercise. The new exercise that I've employed is this one, which is basically a strict curl, and the main objective is keeping your head, shoulders and butt completely against the wall. The whole idea is to basically completely kill the motion of the body in order to exclusively engage the biceps. I did them in the past, but I always felt like they weren't any better than the regular ones. However, today I really felt like my biceps were working. I also did them with 8 kilograms since I did the chin-ups, which, yeah, they are a movement for your back. However, your biceps also get worked up. So that's why I decided to go with 8. Next time I will probably raise the weight to like 10 kilograms. And this will be the only variation for biceps that I will keep on doing. Moving on, I did the classic, the rower. I started pretty strangely because, as you can see, I'm rowing quite high. I'm basically hitting the lower part of my sternum. And then, as you can see, I slowly get more and more parallel to the ground in order to adjust my form. Because having a mirror for this exercise always really helped me. Well, now I only have to go by feeling, since the mirror has been shattered by me maybe a week ago. So yeah, I have to kind of do it on my own. And then some shrugs for your traps. As usual, before starting I did some kind of neck training. However, today I did something quite interesting. I usually, as you saw me, I'm always pretty calm. I never hype myself up before trainings and stuff, before any kind of lift. However, as you can see, I have a couple of earbuds in my ears, so I am listening to music, which really helps a lot. I noticed it maybe 2 days ago especially, the difference that it makes having a banger in the background versus being completely silent. So I feel like the music should be used as a tool, however. Like, you can't have throughout your whole workout only hype songs, otherwise you will get desensitized. So I really suggest you to just keeping the volume down, maybe listening to the same songs, however only blowing the volume out of like at maximum only for the lifts that you actually need, which is what I did next. As you can see, I just tried to hype myself up. So I kind of slapped myself because that in the body triggers always fight or flight response. And of course you are against the weight, so of course you're gonna fight. And that basically wakes you up. It really does, and it really allows you to have a better performance. And I really felt it, because both when I'm lifting, I feel like I am more energetic, and seeing it from the outside now, I also feel like the form didn't really degrade too much. I feel like only the 11th rep, which is this one, I think, was a little bit cheated, and I feel like I kind of pushed a little bit with the lower back. However, I still feel like it was fine, because otherwise, if I wouldn't have hyped myself up, like slapping myself and putting the volume at max and having, the beat during the lifting session, I wouldn't have gotten like 11 reps during the last one, like not at all, impossible. So I suggest you trying to do it. However, always be careful with the form, because I feel like I kind of overdid it and I have a little bit of a tight neck. However, it's fine, it's nothing crazy. I can still work out with this. And then classic things, some band work with a superset, and I superset it with some hammer curls since they always felt good. And I really feel like I want to implement something else for my forearms, especially for the brachioradialis, which is the part of the forearm which is getting hit during the hammer curls. However, I want some type of wrist flexion, because as you know, I always do some kind of wrist flexion, however I do them inwards. Now I want to do one in which I can actually flex the wrist outwards, because it's something that I'm not really doing, but I don't really know why I'm not doing it. I have no idea. In the past I did I call them inverse bicep curls. So you basically hold the bar with your hand in a prone position and you lift the bar up. However, that still is a hybrid movement for both the bicep and the brachioradialis. So I want to try to isolate it. And then, as you can see, I hired the weight. I went for 40 kilograms and I did the 4x12 in both the squeezes and the curls, and it went amazingly. So the takeaway from today is blast music when you need it, slap yourself if you need to, try the low raises for your shoulders because they really feel good. I really enjoy them. And that is it. Another thing that I'm doing that I haven't mentioned is that during the supersets I stopped timing myself. I do the superset and then I go on doing some kind of mobility work. For instance, today I did some bended joint mobilization for the ankles and some foam rolling for my adductors. So these are the changes that I've been doing for my workout. Here you can see everything. I'm gonna read it with you. So we had chin-ups. I did a 5x5, and in the last one I hit a 4/5, which, 4 2/5 actually, which basically is 4 reps, and I almost got half of another, almost. Then I had my bicep curls strict against the wall. I basically hit 12 in the first 3 and then 11.5, which means that I can easily go to 10 kilograms. Barbell row with 50 kilograms, 11, 11, 10, 11. I will see next time how I do. I want to manage to reach like 12, 12, 11, 11 before raising the weight. And then for the shrugs, I could actually shrug a lot more weight, but it is what it is. So always trying it pretty easy. Rear delts, as you know, it's really hard to actually count the reps and staying consistent. So 15 4 times. And then hammer curls, I did 12, 11, 10, 9.5. So it means that the weight was perfect because, as you can see, my baseline went down. Then forearm squeeze, I did always 12, and same for the curls. So that means that I can actually start going up with the reps. That is it for today's video. See you guys tomorrow.